the situation took a devastating turn. The officers heard Destiny scream out from inside the house, followed immediately by the sound of shots being fired.
Boutique. It's owned by Destiny Carey, the woman who was shot in Copper's Cove yesterday. I spoke to her family and other small business owners who say she's going to be missed.
A 33-year-old mother of 6 builds a business empire while working as a registered nurse. Her husband, an Army veteran with nothing going for himself except jealousy. While Destiny Carey was expanding her second clothing boutique and planning a third location in Dallas, Kevin Frazier was obsessing over one thing: making sure everyone knew how long they'd been together.
6 years now strong. She know that. We were married for 4 years. We did. You gonna cut me up like that?
6 years. He mentioned it constantly, like he was trying to convince himself more than anyone else. When a woman outgrows a controlling relationship and that man has military training, the situation can become extremely dangerous.
He was acting like it was Call of
On
Duty.
April 7th, 2022, the situation escalated to tragedy.
Well, tonight we're learning more about the woman who was shot dead in Copper's Cove yesterday. In the afternoon is when this took place. Police identified her as 33-year-old Destiny Carey.
Carey was a Killeen business owner and a mother of 6. Understandably, her family is devastated.
How does a decorated veteran become so threatened by his wife's achievements that confrontation turned fatal? Before we get too deep, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you find value in these discussions. Destiny Jasmine Carey lived the kind of life that should inspire people, not intimidate them. She managed responsibilities that would overwhelm most people half her age. 6 children, a full-time nursing career, 2 successful clothing boutiques, and plans to expand into Dallas. Most people struggle with 1 full-time commitment. Destiny was excelling at 4. Her boutique, High Sadidi Boutique, was located at 1103 West Veterans Memorial Boulevard, Suite 105 in Killeen, Texas. This wasn't some hobby shop or side hustle. Destiny had built a legitimate business that employed people, served customers, and generated real revenue. The boutique specialized in clothing and shoes, and according to local customers, Destiny had an eye for fashion that kept people coming back.
They shopping though. Look like she has something going for
She was
herself.
also a registered nurse working in Georgetown. 12-hour shifts, split-second decisions that could change a life, physical and emotional exhaustion.
She was getting that bad.
Yet Destiny managed to handle all that while still keeping up with everything else in her life. Wanting to set up a third location in Dallas only meant she wasn't just maintaining her current success.
She was going
She was
crazy.
actively expanding.
Facts.
She was thinking bigger. She was planning for a future that included more opportunities, more income, and more independence.
Trying to get rich.
Oh well, I'm going to school serving nothing but browns today. No foundation, no lashes, no shit.
The story is the boyfriend killed her or something like that. What does it say? Yeah, killed by her jealous boyfriend, well, husband, right? So I'm thinking in my head, like, okay, he was only jealous because she was going to expand, right? She was going to mess around, get rich, and then he was going to get mad, new niggas was going to come around, and then on top of that, she would have probably ended up leaving him and finding a new nigga, a richer one or more upkept. And then he probably knew that, and that's why he was probably always like, oh, we've been together for 6 years, married for 4. They said he always kept saying it. So it had to be something.
The skin, no lips, no shit.
Had to be something.
I'm tired. There ain't nothing but a wing. Brows and wings, bitches, brows and wings! Ah!
She also owned her own home. In 2022, she had recently purchased property, which represented another level of financial achievement and stability. Homeownership with 6 children while running multiple businesses and working as a nurse,
That's crazy.
that takes planning, discipline, and incredible money management skills. Kevin was 37 years old, a former Army staff sergeant who had served his country from July 2004 to April 2016. Obtaining the rank of Staff Sergeant according to records from Army Human Resources Command at Fort Knox, Kentucky. To outsiders, He appeared to be someone who had served his country and had a respectable background. Kevin and Destiny had reportedly been together for 6 years and married for 4 years.
Right.
Living in Copper's Cove, a city that serves as home to thousands of military families connected to nearby Fort Hood, Kevin was part of a community that understood military service. His military background suggested discipline, honor, and protection. He should have had connections, opportunities, and resources available to veterans in the area. Instead, Kevin appeared to be completely dependent on Destiny's success. While Destiny was building businesses and advancing her nursing career, Kevin's main accomplishment seemed to be being married to Destiny. Kevin and Destiny's relationship dynamic becomes clear when you watch their social media content. While Destiny talked about her businesses, her goals, and her children, Kevin talked about how long they'd been together.
He trying to let them other folks know, them other boys jealous, thinking she gonna leave him because he got motion.
Kevin's acknowledging Destiny's work ethic, but he's not talking about his own contributions. He's not mentioning his job, his goals, or his achievements.
Because he ain't got
He's
nothing
defining
going.
himself entirely through his relationship with her. This
Right.
creates a dangerous dynamic.
Right.
We have our ups and downs like everybody else. But she know at the end of the day, where my
When one person in a relationship has everything to lose and the other person has nothing to contribute, jealousy becomes inevitable.
Told y'all, he don't want to be left.
His military background adds another layer of concern. While most veterans transition successfully to civilian life, some may struggle with issues related to control, authority, and anger management.
Right.
This is where their social media presence becomes particularly revealing. Kevin insisted on appearing in Destiny's videos, even when the content was supposed to focus on her businesses or her children. He would interrupt her to remind viewers about their relationship timeline. In one interaction, while they're out together, Destiny makes a comment, and Kevin's immediate response is defensive.
What?
scream yourself.
Now scream you nosy. See, I was doing a text and he was all in my business. I was trying to do a post on Facebook. He was all in it.
But the most disturbing element of their media content was Kevin's repeated use of one specific phrase, "I love her to death." Kevin said this multiple times across different videos. He would emphasize that
these military men, they be kind of messed up in the head after seeing what they seen, but they done seen children go through some crazy stuff, probably girls, pregnant women go through some crazy stuff. He probably didn't have to break something down for real, some stuff you would never think a human should be going through. His mind messed up. And the fact that she even stood with him during all of that and he acted like this is crazy to me.
Word in a way that made viewers uncomfortable. Multiple people who watched their content commented on how threatening that phrase sounded. His need to constantly validate their relationship publicly should have been a warning sign. He was unable to celebrate Destiny's success without making it about himself. When she talked about her businesses, he would interrupt to talk about their relationship. When she discussed her goals, he would redirect the conversation to their history. He was focused on possession rather than partnership.
Nah, for
His
real.
emphasis on how long they'd been together rather than how happy they were together. This pattern suggests that Kevin saw Destiny's achievements as a threat to his control, rather than a benefit to their family. Why does a decorated veteran with military training become so threatened by his wife's business success that he begins to see her
Because he ain't
achievements
got
as
no
the enemy?
emotion.
Come on now,
According to
dawg.
court records and police
Come
reports,
on, man.
Destiny had allegedly been dealing with Kevin's escalating behavior for months and had contacted law enforcement multiple times about his behavior. One particularly concerning incident allegedly occurred in early 2022 when Kevin reportedly violated a protection order by appearing at Destiny's business. According to witnesses, he allegedly would monitor her customers, especially male customers, and create uncomfortable situations that affected her to run her boutique effectively. He allegedly followed Destiny from her business to other locations, including restaurants and family gatherings. Now, this is the type of watch that makes you feel like you're never safe. never really on your own, and someone always keeps an eye on you.
No, that's
Friends
crazy.
and family members reported that Destiny had begun changing her routines, varying her driving routes, and taking other precautions that suggested she was aware of the danger she faced. On April 6, 2022, police were reportedly called to their residence for what was allegedly described as an active domestic violence situation. Officers arrived to find signs of a physical altercation, but Kevin had already left the scene. Officers took statements and photographed evidence. They attempted to locate Kevin but were unsuccessful. A report was filed, adding to the growing documentation of Kevin's escalating behavior. Less than 24 hours later, the tragedy unfolded. April 7th started like any other day, but one social media post hinted at what was coming. Destiny posted a message saying, "One thing I know is that people need to stop letting people have so much power over you.
Something.
You should not..."
She probably feel like when you get that little like feeling in your stomach like something finna happen or like something about to happen and you gotta kind of like make a decision. That's like them butterflies. Yeah, them butterflies. She probably felt that. That's why she made that post.
Be on the same subject on day 2. That message seemed significant, especially from someone who had not posted anything of that nature previously. At approximately 11:45 that morning, a 911 call came in from Destiny's home address. The caller dialed the emergency number but hung up after just a few seconds. Following standard protocol for disconnected emergency calls, the dispatcher attempted a callback, which went unanswered. Within minutes, officers were dispatched to the 1000 block of Hobby Road to perform a welfare check. 2 patrol units arrived at approximately 12:28 p.m. The officers approached the single-story home and knocked on the front door. There were no signs of disturbance visible from outside. After knocking, the officers heard a male voice from inside call out, "Wait." The voice, later confirmed to be Kevin's, didn't sound distressed or threatening at that moment. It sounded like a normal request for time to answer the door. So the officers waited because police protocol in domestic disturbance cases requires balancing respect for privacy with duty to ensure safety. And this is where the tragedy becomes more heartbreaking, because help was literally right there.
Like
Destiny had managed to call...
That's like that Quincy Johnson video. She literally called the cops, told the police that he be putting hands on her. She literally said she gonna blick him down while they was leaving. They walk into the car. 5 seconds later, she real life blinked him down.
For help, police had responded. They were standing on her front porch, just feet away from where she needed them. Few seconds after Kevin said, "Wait," the situation took a devastating turn. The officers heard Destiny scream out from inside the house, followed immediately by the sound of shots being fired. The officers immediately forced entry into the home, breaking through the front door at less than a minute after their initial knock. Inside, Destiny lay near the front door, having sustained critical injuries. Kevin stood in the living room, turning toward the officers as they entered. According to the official report, Kevin confronted the officers, and in the process, he sustained injuries but survived the encounter. One officer was also injured during the confrontation. Officers immediately attempted life-saving measures on Destiny while waiting for emergency medical services to arrive, but her injuries were too severe.
Damn, cuz. What? For what? Like, just because you was jealous your girl was doing better than you? Like, that don't make no sense. Like,
come on now, dog. Come on, man.
12:47 p.m. Destiny Jasmine Carey was pronounced gone at the scene. Those seconds between wait and when the tragic incident occurred have become the most analyzed moments in this entire case.
That's sad.
Could the officers have prevented Destiny's passing by forcing entry immediately? Was there any way to know that danger was imminent? Would different protocols have saved her life? Destiny's final attempt to get help ended in silence, and that silence spoke volumes about how quickly a domestic situation can turn fatal, even when help is on the way. As emergency vehicles crowded Hobby Road that April afternoon, the reality of what had occurred began to settle over the community. Destiny Carey, nurse, entrepreneur, mother of 6, was no longer with them. The tragedy occurred just steps away from potential safety, while the man who had repeatedly said he loved her to death had made those words a tragic reality. How do you process the fact that help was standing right outside when tragedy struck someone you love? While Kevin Frazier was transported to Carl R. Darnall Army Medical Center at Fort Hood, where he was being treated for his injuries, legal process began swiftly. Within 48 hours of the tragic events, while still recovering in the hospital under police guard, Frazier was formally charged with first-degree charges. Additional charges against a public servant were added due to his actions toward the responding officers. Bond was set at over $1.5 million, reflecting the severity of the charges and the danger he potentially posed to the community. Kevin's interviews with detectives after the incident were described as very inconsistent. He was questioned multiple times, once at the hospital and once at the Copperas Cove Police Department after he was treated and released. Each time his story allegedly changed, with details shifting and explanations that didn't align with the physical evidence. Based on forensic analysis with evidence patterns, investigators painted a clear picture of what had happened inside that home. They determined that Destiny had been moving toward the front door when she was harmed. She was trying to reach the officers for safety when the confrontation escalated. Within days of the tragedy, local businesses in Killeen and Copperas Cove organized fundraisers to support her children. Destiny's boutiques became memorial sites, with people leaving flowers and notes. Some customers shared stories about how Destiny had helped them feel confident and beautiful. Others talked about her business advice and entrepreneurial spirit. All of them seemed to understand that they had lost someone truly special. Her daughter Zyra Cannon later told reporters,
"My mom was a hard-working woman who took care of all 6 of us. She was a nurse, and she had 2 businesses in Killeen and was getting ready to set up a 3rd location in Dallas. My mom always wanted to be happy."
Females need to watch who y'all be with. That's all y'all gotta do. You can be with somebody for 4, 5, 6 years, and they can give 100 million signs, and you still gonna stay with them because you love them. That don't make no sense. And then when something like this happened, it's, oh, he gave signs, we should have known, there was something off about him. Like, a red flag is a red flag at the end of the day, fact.
End quote. She went on to say, quote, "She was always a fun person to be around. Her laugh just lit up the room. She was everything. She always wanted to help others out with their kids, their businesses, and much more. She was always welcoming."
Destiny Jasmine Carey's legacy would ultimately be defined not by how her life ended, but by how her story could help protect other women facing similar dangers. Her children, her community, and everyone who learned about her case would carry forward the lessons of her life and the tragedy of her passing. Every woman deserves to build her dreams without fearing for her life, and every child deserves to grow up with their mother by their side. Help was literally standing outside her door, yet somehow, it still wasn't enough.